Hi, everybody. Reese Davis with you, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. The Blue Devils have felt the brunt of this losing streak, not only on the field and in film sessions with the coaches, but pretty much everywhere on campus. You fall into a losing streak like this, and it really just takes the energy and drains the air out of the whole place. They need to get something to go right, and it would be very beneficial if that happened early in this game. Thanks for checking out the pregame show. NCAA college football action coming up next with Brad and Kirk on the call. David and I will see you at halftime.
And now let's head down to the coin toss, and is brought to you by Coke Zero. Real Coca-Cola taste and 0 calories. Enjoy everything.
Schmidt has the ball set, and he looks ready to kick this one deep to open up the ball game. Here we go, folks. He's to the 10.
At the corner.
At the 30. Knocked out of bounds at about the 39-yard line.
You gotta love opening the game with a solid kick return like this.
Now the offense gets ready to take their first crack at it. Quick throw, incomplete, wanted his receiver.
Sometimes when you throw it that hard, you can't control the accuracy all that well. He'll get it under control, though, in time.
From their own 39-yard line. Second down. Tries to thread the needle, and it's not going to work. That's a great tackle at the 39.
He has to make better decisions than that. He should have known that there was no room to squeeze that ball in there.
Fires it out. And he's tackled at about the 33-yard line. That one in. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Canes. And he adds the extra point.
The Hurricanes are looking for some new players to step up this season, Herbie. You know, every team needs a new star to be born year in and year out because you lose a fifth of your roster to graduation every year.
He just drills this one. And they can forget about returning this one. The quarterback comes back on the field, and I'm sure he's hoping to make up for that interception on the last drive.
He's got a lot of time to forget about that last pick. He's just got to stick to the game plan.
He lets it go. Intercepted. He's tackled around the 50-yard line. First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 50-yard line. Miami is up by a touchdown. He's got it out to his tight end. Tackle right around the 34.
Now that's how you run a corner route. He exploded out of his cut and beat the man coverage for a new set of downs.
And they might be coming with a blitz here. Fires quickly, and he's got his man. And they make the stop around the 21-yard line.
Well, the quarterback's able to find a soft spot in the defense, and he threw an accurate ball for a solid pickup.
down at about the 21.
No gain. That brings up 2nd and 9.
Looks like he flinched down there on the line.
False start, offense.
Just a mental lapse, but it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Still second down.
From the 26-yard line. 2nd down. Intercept. No, he dropped it.
It's an intelligent play by the defender. All you have to do sometimes is get your hand on the ball.
3rd and 14.
Miami is up 7. He's got it. Touchdown. And he converts the extra point. Let's check in with Reese Davis in the studio.
The Huskies were ranked number 17 in the land. After the disappointing loss, they hope to just maintain any position in the poll. And for Washington, they've dropped 2 straight.
And it sails out of the end zone for a touchback. The Hurricanes are smothering the opposition so far today. What's this offense got to do to get off the schneid?
Well, you talk to offensive coordinators about that, and they'll say we've got to find our go-to guy. Who are our players that we know we can count on, and what are the plays that we typically feel the most confident about? That's usually where the offenses tend to go when they're getting shut down like this.
Excellent play as the quarterback found his receiver for a big gain.
Well, give credit here to the receiver for finding that seam and coming up with a nice gain for the offense.
Dangerous throw. This one's picked off. To the 20. The 10. Touchdown, Miami. He makes the PAT. Looks like they're ready for the kick. Excellent kick. He's to the 10. That was a great hit. He wasn't getting away from that one. So the offense will come back out onto the field, hoping for a little better result than that last pick 6.
This quarterback needs to be a little bit more careful because this defense is excellent on capitalizing off of mistakes. Well, the execution here is very good by the offense. The quarterback did a nice job of reading the defense, put the ball in a position to be able to make the catch. The problem is the wide receiver did not focus and concentrate and hold on to the ball.
So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 21-yard line. And a quick throw. And he's taken down around the 24-yard line. Nothing going on that play.
Well, here I think the quarterback needs to be a little bit more patient in the pocket. That way he can allow his receivers to get downfield a little bit before he throws it.
Throws complete. He's got room to work. And he hits him hard at the 38.
With the reception. That's a gain of 14 yards on the play. That makes it 1st and 10.
First and 10. Ball on the 38-yard line. He zips it. And he stays in bounds to make the catch. A heck of a play by the receiver.
We talk all the time about the emotions of college football. This play was definitely an emotionally charged play. What a way for the wideout to make a statement in this game.
It's caught. First down, and he's out of bounds.
That was a really nice play on the ball by the receiver for a substantial gain and a first down.
First and 10. Ball on the 24-yard line. Passes to the right. It's picked off. The 5. Touchdown! Smith ready to kick. He really got a hold of that kick. He's to the 10. He's to the 20. What a collision.
This defense has everything. They kind of have that blue-collar, workman-like approach, but they also have a blend of tremendous speed to go along with that work ethic. And the better they play, they seem to feed off of it, and it continues throughout the whole ballgame.
Let's see how the defense responds now, coming off that big play just a moment ago.
Boy, that's about as disheartening as it gets. It was already ugly, but it's gotten downright unbearable, at least for one sideline. Still, they can turn it around with 3 quarters to be played.
That makes it first and 10.
So after the big pass play, we've got a first down. There are 5 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. Throws incomplete.
The receiver needed to get a step or 2 further into his route to have any chance of snagging that pass.
That makes it second and 10.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
He's under pressure. Fires out to his wideout. He's taken down at the 25.
When you can move the ball downfield in big chunks like that, you've got the defense right where you want them.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
And he's leveled at the 32.
You can't take sacks like that as a quarterback. You just can't. If you can't find a receiver, get out of the pocket and throw the ball away.
Defense looking for another sack in this second down and long situation. Backup quarterback into the game now to call the signals. Fires quick. He's got another one. And down he goes at the 13-yard line.
19 yards.
And the offense is looking to go with a hurry up early in the game.
Mike 56, Mike 56. You got block, Lee. You got block, let's go.
Number 81 will be intended receiver on the play. That makes it second and 10.
From the 13-yard line. Second down. And he's tackled after positive yardage.
Call it a gain of 4 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 6.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go. Easy, easy, easy. Eagle. Let's go, Eagle.
And he is drilled at the 16. Great penetration to get in there and sack the quarterback.
That'll make it 4th and 13.
Looks like they've decided to go for it here.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
Wants to throw outside. Incomplete. It's knocked down by the defense. Should they have kicked a field goal there, Herbie?
Yeah, I think so. It's only the first half. Get as many points as you can now because you never know how many you're going to have to score in the second half to win.
The offense will take the field, and they've been moving the ball very well on their last couple of drives. Miami comes to the line holding that commanding lead. Gets rid of it quickly, and that was almost picked.
Brad, he drops the ball here. I don't know if he's starting to peek downfield and think about the return or what, but that ball's right in his hands. He just dropped it.
It's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 16-yard line. They'll bring him down at about the 15-yard line.
Man, did he play that perfectly or what? As a linebacker, you have to be able to read the offense and make a quick diagnosis, which is exactly what he did on that play. They looked a little sluggish on that series. I'm curious to see if they pick things up when they get the ball back.
Watson to punt. Weber fields it at the 42, brought down at the 49-yard line. They still have time to put up a few scores. The question is, will it be enough, and can their defense make enough stops for it to matter? Passes to the back, incomplete.
No, Brad, I really like what the quarterback was trying to do here by making a nice, easy throw, but sometimes the easiest throws are the toughest ones to make.
From their own 49-yard line, it's 2nd down. They go with a screen here, and the halfback's got it. Tackle made right around the 46-yard line.
Third down.
And he tackles him hard at the 36-yard line. There was a defender right in his face that time.
Yeah, but great concentration by the receiver to come away with this ball. Nice job.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
Caught with room to work. Touchdown, Blue Devils. What a catch and a big touchdown from the tight end.
I'll tell you, this tight end is a big-time football player. He might like to talk a little bit out there on the field, but he has the type of game to back it up.
It makes for an easy completion when you've got a guy who's that wide open. And he hits the PAT. A 4-play, 50-yard drive, and they come away with 7 points. So the score now, 28-7. Duke ready to kick this one off.
Wilkerson sets it.
And he got all of this one. Great kick. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. Miami's taking no prisoners in this game so far, Herbie.
Well, they've really exploited some one-on-one opportunities and came up with some big plays that eventually have led to those touchdowns.
They're ready to begin another drive. Throws quickly, and it's off. Almost intercepted.
Way intended receiver on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Second and 10. Ball on their own 25. And he's tackled right around the 26-yard line.
That'll make it 3rd and 9.
Here's the throw, and I don't think he got anything on that.
He makes the tackle at the 29-yard line. That'll make it 4th and 6.
And that's it for the first quarter, and it's been all one-sided. The Hurricanes with a 3-touchdown advantage. Back to the action now here in the second quarter. Watson is waiting for the snap. Booming kick. Tackle at the 30-yard line. So he got a little on that return.
Well, Brent, early it looked like there was an opening there, but the seam closed quickly.
It's still only the second quarter. We've got a lot of football left, but I got to say, this one is teetering on the brink of a blowout. With the pass, incomplete. He let that pass get away from him.
I think he's a little bit anxious. He actually looked a little bit too juiced that time, but he'll get the next one.
Second down and 10 to go. Ball on the 30-yard line. Got hit and still completed it. Tackle around the 35-yard line.
Gain of 5 on the play. That'll make it 3rd and 5.
Throws it deep. He gets another, and this is a big one. And they make the stop around the 15-yard line.
That's a gain of 50 on the play. 1st down.
Now it's 1st and 10 after the big pass play. They need to convert down here and end their red zone woes. Gets it out to his receiver in a hurry. What a play, and that is 1st and goal.
13 on the play. That makes it 1st and goal.
First and goal from the 1, looking to punch this one in. Throws into coverage, just picked off.
Boy, just when it looked like they had a chance to get right back into this game, they throw the interception. Now it's still early. Let's see if their defense can bail them out.
And it looks like they might be bringing some pressure here. He's tackled around the 28-yard line. Garrett gains 8 yards on that play.
That makes it 2nd and 2.
the corner. He's to the 40. He's still moving. He's at midfield. He has some room. Touchdown, Canes. And he converts the extra point. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. And it sails out of the end zone for a touchback. Quarterback couldn't maintain possession on their last drive. Let's see what he does here.
Anytime you give the ball away, it's a disappointment. So these guys want to show that they can hang on to it.
Wideout makes the first down catch.
Gain of 13 yards. First down.
Not today, you won't. Not today.
They'll spread the field here. Let's see what the defense does with a 5 wideout look. He lets it fly. No, incomplete. Intended for the wide receiver.
A little mix-up here. Here the quarterback expected the receiver to come back to the ball, but there was a little confusion, a little miscommunication, and the result, an incomplete pass.
From their own 38-yard line. Second down.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
Fires quickly, and he's got his man. There's a very impressive open field tackle.
Jones brings him down at the 40-yard line. That makes it first and 10.
Check, 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 check. Here we go.
Got a man. Watch out here. What a great play.
This is the timing that we talked about in the pregame that they must have in order to be successful with their passing game. That time the quarterback threw it to a spot, and his receiver was there to make a nice grab.
The red zone has not been kind to this offense. Are they going to end this drought? Moves up, and the defense has got him.
That's a loss of 5 yards. That brings up second and goal.
From the 14-yard line. Second down.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
Setting up blockers or running backs. Got it on the screen. Brought down right around the 8-yard line.
No one brings him down at the 8-yard line. That makes it third and goal.
Check, tight right, tight right, tight right. Pull up there, check the outside there.
He gets sacked on the play.
Loss of 8 yards on the play. That brings us fourth and goal.
It's fourth down. So the kicking team is on the field. They'll try for 3. Kicks away, and it sails through the uprights. Duke lines up for the kickoff. Sends it sailing downfield. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. I'm really surprised how lopsided this first half has been. But this is college football, and no matter what the score is, the adrenaline's always pumping on both sides. Looks like he flinched down there on the line.
False start, offense.
Maybe he got the cadence wrong coming out of the huddle. The coaches have a low threshold for mistakes like that.
So the penalty makes it first and 15.
4 down. Mike 55. Right there, you missed 55. Let's go. Let's hot green 95.
And they get nice yardage on that run. Garrett picks up about 7 yards on the run.
That makes it 2nd and 8.
Miami
Looking to build on this commanding lead here.
He's to the 40. At the 30. To the 20. To the 10. Touchdown, Miami! Smith looks ready to kick this one off. Excellent kick. He's to the 10. He's to the 20. Tackle made at the 22.
Things are on the verge of getting out of hand before we even hit the half. These next few drives are going to go a long way in determining what kind of game this will end up being.
They pick up good yardage that time on the pass play.
Here they kind of put pressure on the quarterback and challenged him to find the hole in the defense. And in this case, he did. Nice job.
Ready! Flag 68!
Fires out to his wideout, and he's taken down at about the 39-yard line.
7 yards. First down.
He's on the run. Just throws this one away.
Brad, I just think this quarterback's got to do a much better job of being able to read that defense and make quicker decisions. And especially when the defense starts to get pressure, you've got to either get rid of that football or check it down or take off and run with it.
From their own 39-yard line. Second down. Gets it. He's in space. And he's finally knocked out of bounds at the 34-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 27 yards. First down.
Deep pass to the end zone. Incomplete.
Almost a touchdown there, but that is a stellar play by the corner to get a hand in and knock it away.
2nd and 10.
From the 34-yard line, it's second down. They'll spread the field with 5 wide. Quick out to his receiver. He's knocked out of bounds around the 33-yard line. Daniels only gains about a yard with that catch.
Where's 52? Watch the
So an
52.
empty backfield with 5 wide receivers.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Set.
He's going to go for the home run. Missed him.
Hey, the offense is in field goal range. They didn't get the first down there on third down, but they still have a chance to get some momentum here if they decide to get to 3 points.
So they're going to go for it here.
Easy. Stingray. Stingray. Easy, easy, easy. Stingray.
They'll bring him down at the 23-yard line.
That's a gain of 10 on the play. That makes it 1st and 10.
He's ready.
Throws this one out to the right. Throws, and he's got a man. Touchdown. And did that play ever develop nicely?
Well, it's all about the receiver on this play. He beat his man off the line and then ran a perfect route. All he had to do after that was make the catch.
They got great concentration from everyone to connect on that flag pattern.
So the offense is going to go for 2.
Everybody bunched up tight defensively.
They hand it off. He's in for the conversion. Looks like they're ready for the kick. He He really got a hold of that kick. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback.
I think this defense right now needs somebody to try to lift up their spirits. They seem to really be just out there kind of going through the motions. And I think the last time they were out there when they gave up such a long drive has had an impact and an effect negatively on the psyche of this defense.
Close to 9-yard pickup there on the slant. It's second down now. They're just a few feet away from that first down marker.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Eat. Flag 68.
He's in trouble.
Well, the defense has to be very frustrated there. They did everything. They got to the quarterback. In fact, it looked like they had a chance to bring him down for the sack, and somehow he's able to throw the ball away.
Man left. Pull down. Mike 55. Ready. Easy. Rally.
He fights forward to about the 36. And he throws it away.
Great job by the defense at getting after that quarterback. And right now, I think they've got him with some happy feet. He appears to be a bit rattled.
From their own 36-yard line, it's second down. And he just gets rid of it.
Good job here by the defense. If you let this quarterback set and throw, he'll kill you all game. But they got excellent pressure on that play.
He throws. Stays in bounds to make a nice catch.
When you can move the ball downfield in big chunks like that, you've got the defense right where you want it.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 44. Tackle made around the 34-yard line. Stays in bounds and made a nice catch. And this is the 9th play of the current drive. Fires quick out to the receiver, and he can't make the grab.
That makes it second and 10.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 19. Here's a running play. And they'll bring him down behind the line. The Hurricanes are going to call their second timeout. This is the 11th play of this drive.
Check nine.
Rose, intercept. No, he dropped it.
Williams was the intended receiver on the play. That makes it 4th and 12.
Fourth down. They'll line it up for the field goal. It's up, and it is good. They line up to kick this one away. Nice kick, plenty of distance. He's to the 10. Room around the corner. He's taken down at the 18. The offense ready for the first play of this drive. They moved the ball extremely well on their last possession on their way to the end zone.
This offensive coordinator's got to be feeling so good about the execution that he's seeing from his quarterback and his wide receivers. Because, again, they put so much time into trying to put a plan together, and to be able to see that actually come into play makes you feel pretty good as a play caller.
Check nine, check nine. Easy, 56, Mike, 56.
You've got to play with that kind of purpose to move the ball against this defense.
First down.
Time left. Four down. Mike, 56, Mike, 56.
Dangerous throw. This one's picked off. And they'll return this one all the way. And a huge lead is about to get a little bit bigger. He's all the way home. Touchdown.
Great job here by the defender breaking on the ball and taking it to the house. Man, those pick sixes can really hurt an offense and have a lasting impact.
Miami is winning big. And he tacks on the extra point. Smith is lined up to kick this one off. He just drills this one. And they can forget about returning this one. So the offense will come back out onto the field, hoping for a little better result than that last pick six.
This quarterback needs to be a little bit more careful because this defense is excellent on capitalizing off of mistakes. This quarterback is tough as nails, Brad. He's going to sit in that pocket and give himself a chance. The only problem is, at some point, you've got to have a feel, almost that sixth sense on when to get out of there and avoid the pressure, or just to throw the ball before you get hit.
It's 2nd and 10. Ball on their own 25. Caught, open field. Tackle right around the 34. This one might be coming back, folks. Let's check out the penalty.
Clipping. Offense.
That's frustrating for a coach when you preach fundamentals every week and then have someone called for clipping. That penalty really is going to set them back.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 49. And they get the sack.
Duke's going to have to use their second time out of the half.
And we'll probably see how far he can throw it, as it should be the last play before the half. Wants to go long and does. And it's caught. And he's hit before he can go anywhere. And they head to the locker room. And, folks, we got a bit of a laugher here. Miami's got a huge lead.
It really has. They're dominating the point of attack.
Good pass rush by these guys today. I hope they show some fight here and try to stay competitive. If you're going to get blown out, you at least want to go down swinging.
He's going to try and scramble. With a quick throw. In and out of his hands.
Pass was incomplete. Number 81, the intended receiver on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
From their own 44-yard line. 2nd down. Empty backfield. Quarterback in the gun. 5 wide receivers. He's under some heat. And down he goes.
Around the 50-yard line.
He gained a good 6 yards on that scamper.
That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
They'll line up with 5 wide receivers. He's scrambling. Here comes the pressure. He's got the corner. Knocked out of bounds.
Around the 41-yard line.
From the 41-yard line. It's first down. They bring the quarterback down.
They simply have too much speed for this offensive line. They're just too quick off the ball.
That'll make it 2nd and 9. Kelly comes in at quarterback.
Man left, man left. 4 down, 4 down.
Now we'll see how the backup can do after that injury. Fired quickly, and he's got his man. He's tackled at the 36-yard line.
Gain of 13 yards. That'll make it 3rd and 5.
Try left, try left. 4 down, 4 down. Mike 56, Mike 56. Move out.
Great pressure on the quarterback forced that incompletion.
Boy, they really pounded him on that throw.
That'll bring up 4th and 5.
And it's the offense that takes the field on 4th down.
The Blue Devils quarterback, we saw him taken out earlier, down there on the sideline after being injured. I don't think he's in that much pain right now, though, and I would bet that he'll be back in the game before the day's done.
Both squads are digging in now. Let's see what happens on this next drive. Miami
Looking to put this game away if they score here.
play action. He guns it. Got it. Complete, and he's out of bounds.
This is why it's so important to have success in running the football. It forces a defense to prepare for it, and then that creates chances on play action. They executed that one perfectly.
From the 49-yard line. First down. The cavalry's coming. Out of bounds at the 47.
That's a gain of 2 on the play. That makes it 2nd and 8.
He laterals. Room around the corner. He's at the 30. He's pushed out of bounds. Right around the 26-yard line.
That makes it 1st and 10.
From the 26-yard line. First down. And it looks like they might be bringing some pressure here. Brought down right around the 24-yard line.
Gain of 2 yards. That makes it 2nd and 8.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Quick pass. They complete that play-action pass. Good for 7 yards.
That'll make it 3rd and 1.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 1.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Zips it to the tight end. That's a great tackle at the 4-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 13 yards. That'll move the chains for another Miami. First down.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Switch, switch, switch.
Miami looking to build on this commanding lead here. He's taken down around the 2-yard line. A yard, maybe 2 on the carry.
That brings up 2nd and goal.
And this play is number 8 on the drive. The lineman got a little ahead of the snap count. Here's the call.
False start, offense.
Just a mental lapse, but it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Still second down.
From the 7-yard line. Second down.
36.
Fires quickly, and they got it. Touchdown. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. He's to the 10. And he's tackled at the 22-yard line.
The Blue Devils have just gone ice cold on offense. They can't seem to get anything going.
Right now, they just have to forget the score, forget the clock, just go out there and try to get a first down, try to hope to build a little bit more confidence and continuity on this offense.
Not a whole lot's been working for them so far. They should just come out and play loose and easy because they've got nothing to lose.
Throws incomplete, broken up.
Your instincts tell you to go for the pick. You've got to make the best play you can, and sometimes it's just batting the ball away.
Second down, 10 to go. Ball on the 22-yard line. And he's taken down at the 31.
That'll bring up 3rd and 2.
Red 85. Red 85.
Quick throw out to the receiver. They'll bring him down around the 48-yard line.
First down.
Man left. Four down. Mike 56. Here we go.
It's a bad play overall by the offense. The quarterback's doing everything he can to be able to make the play work and try to execute. The problem is the offensive line did not do a good job protecting him. They're very fortunate that ball wasn't intercepted.
From the 48-yard line, it's second down.
Let's go.
Boy, was he drilled as he let go of that football.
Yeah, he's going to feel that one tomorrow.
That brings up 3rd and 10.
The quarterback in the gun with 5 receivers.
Throws, and that one's going to hit the ground incomplete.
Boy, that was a rocket. If the receiver didn't come down with it, the quarterback made sure nobody else was going to come down with it either.
Fires out quick, it's picked off.
When it rains, it pours. Are you kidding me? An interception? You're already getting blown out? There's no chance to come back now.
First and 10. Ball on their own 44. Miami with a big advantage. Under heavy pressure. He goes downtown. He goes up and gets it. And he's tackled at the 15. it right. He can't get back to the line.
That's a loss of 2 yards on the play. That brings up 2nd and 13.
So it's 2nd and 13. Ball on the 17. Strike to his receiver, no good. A halfback is usually not used to making throws like that.
Believe me, that one probably looked a million times better when they ran it in practice.
Here they come. And they bring him down for a sack on the play.
That is a loss of 2 yards. 4th down.
They'll call on the field goal unit here. This will just add insult to injury. The kick is up, and it sails through the uprights. Smith gets set to kick this one away. Excellent kick. He's to the 10. Tackle made at the 31-yard line. Flag down, and I'm not sure when it was thrown. Let's find out.
Receiving team.
Clipping is the call, and now they'll have to find a way to make up those yards right here. Offense comes back out looking to improve from their last effort.
Anytime you give the ball away, it's a disappointment. So these guys want to show that they can hang on to it.
He's got it with room to run. And they make the stop around the 16-yard line.
That's a gain of 6 on the play. That'll make it 2nd and 4.
They'll make the sack. He just blew past the blockers and dragged the quarterback down.
Boy, excellent play by the defense here. A few extra seconds, and those receivers might have been open.
It's 3rd down, 12 to go. Ball on their own 8. So an empty backfield with 5 wide receivers. He's going right. And he hauls that one in. And he's level at the 46-yard line.
That makes it 1st and 10.
Watch 9, watch 9.
5 wide.
Check, check. 98 Weasel. 98.
He's looking for his man. Tackle made around the 27-yard line. Even with this insurmountable deficit, they're not giving up as they'll run the no huddle. He's wrapped up for the sack. That's 3 down and 1 to go. The Hurricanes with a huge lead. Well, folks, we head into the 4th quarter, and this one is a blowout. They come out in a 5-wide set. Caught, and this is going to be a 1st down. Great concentration to pull it in. Even with that score here early in the 4th quarter, this game is still so lopsided that it might be a case where they just go through the motions. Well, they're going to try for the 2-point conversion. This defense not wanting to give an inch here. And it's caught for 2. He's tackled at the 40.
Not sure what the flag is about here. Let's go down to the field and find out.
Clipping. Receiving team.
So they'll move back after that costly penalty, and they'll have to try to get that yardage back here.
Early in the fourth quarter, and this one we know is over. It's an opportunity for some subs to play on one side and maybe to play for pride on the other.
And a nice catch there before he stepped out of bounds. First and 10. Ball on the 47-yard line. Miami up by a big margin. Great concentration to haul it in. Tackle at the 35. They go to the left for a nice gain. Garrett gains about 5 yards on the run.
That brings him second.
We've got a 2nd and 5. Ball on the 30-yard line.
Here we go. Black 85. Black 85.
Halfback's got it on the quick throw. And down he goes, right around the 22-yard line.
That makes it first and 10.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 22.
Let's go.
They're showing blitz. Fires it out. He's in. Another touchdown. He splits the uprights with the extra point.
Time for an update from the studio. Reese, what have you got?
The Sooners held the final spot in the top 25. They hope this one will impress the voters. There was never any room to breathe in this game.
And it sails out of the end zone for a touchback.
And it'll be interesting to see how much fight this team has left in them. This has been a brutal game.
He's to the 40. Knocked out of bounds. Right around the 46-yard line.
First down.
It's first and 10. Ball on the 46. He's tackled right around the 48-yard line.
That makes it second and 8.
Nice run up the middle.
Called a gain of 5 yards. That makes it 3rd and 3.
Third down, and they're going to need about 3 yards to pick up the first down. Makes it out to about the 33.
Gain of 14 on the road. First down.
Jack. Thunder.
And they got to him before he could get back to the line.
Well, the question now is, how will they respond after losing a couple on that run?
Bring up second and 12.
From the 35-yard line. It's second down. Got a receiver, and he dropped it.
I like the scheme the defensive coordinator came up with here. They were all over the place on that play and left the quarterback nowhere to throw it.
Less than 3 minutes in the game. Going right, intercepted.
They've just been outmatched and outplayed this entire game. That pass was thrown with very little confidence, and it was an easy interception for the defense.
From their own 23-yard line. First down. Got an opening. He's to the 40. Down the sideline. Brought down around the 40-yard line. Flag on the play. Let's see what it is.
Personal foul. Clipping. Offense.
That one's going to put him way back.
You just can't block a player from behind like that, or it's going to cost you.
So the penalty makes it 1st and 15. They'll bring him down for a loss on the play.
Loss of 2 on the play. That'll make it second and long.
Again with a carry. He's taken down at the 19-yard line. 3-yard gain by the running back.
That'll make it 3rd and 13.
Third and 13. Ball on the 19. Flags are all over the place, and they'll blow it dead.
Encroachment. Defense.
And the defense gives up some free yards to the offense.
You know, penalties can ruin a team's chances to win if they commit too many.
We've got 3rd and 8. Ball on the 24. Wants to go long and does. And he's hit before he could go anywhere. Now it's 1st and 10 after the big pass play. Miami comes to the line. They got a big advantage in this one. Makes it out to about the 20. They go with a run, and that'll be a gain of 9.
That brings up second and 1.
Short yardage situation. Here, it's 2nd down and 1. The Hurricanes know that they have to enjoy this guy while they've got him, because somewhere down the line he's going to be at the next level.
Well, that'll definitely be in his future, but for now he needs to sit back and just enjoy this performance, and really the play caller, the quarterback, the offensive line, the receivers, the entire group as just a whole should